Well, it's been a while since I did a video inside the toy box because stuff. I got things. Um, this one's a little overwhelming. I got a lot of things in here, and I've been trying to collect for installation into the future toy box, which is coming along really well. We got garage doors, and so now I got a giant empty cavity, right? Which is cool. It's awesome. It's an enclosed space, but it's going to be a while before I can do anything else with it. So for now, it's just going to be storage. Once I get my final occupancy permit for that, then we can start storing things in there, get this one cleaned out a little better so we can get back to doing some work in here. But in the meantime, this thing has been sitting in the background of some of the videos here. It's my buddy Matt's 4Runner that he bought sight unseen, and I don't know anybody who's ever bought things sight unseen and had them be great. Very, very rarely does that happen. So this thing showed up, and he didn't realize the extent of what it needed, I guess. But currently, I guess it doesn't even start or run. He hasn't been able to get it to do anything. And I've been too busy to touch it. It's been sitting next to my garage for like 3 months. He needed his car trailer. So he's like, hey, I'm gonna come get it off of there. And I'm like, why don't you just take my car trailer so that I don't have to like load and unload this thing when I am ready to start working on it. And I'm not even sure I'm ready to unload it yet, but I would like to see if I can get it to run. Maybe if it starts and runs, then it'd be easier to maneuver and move around and do some of the other things it needs. So I'm not sure where or who built this thing, but it's got stuff going on. So somebody tried the double spring shackle deal, like I had ran on Stomper early on, which functions well and it offers a lot of droop travel. However, the handling was kind of sketchy at best. They've done a solid axle swap in the front of it, which is cool. I'm not sure what these shocks are. They look like they're off the back of like a motorcycle or something. They're really goofy and tiny. And then the leaf springs, again, not sure what they are. They're like two real thin leaves, one kind of thin leaf, and then a thicker like overload leaf. I'm not familiar with these. They got like a military wrap design on the end. I don't know if they're like a YJ Jeep spring or a Toyota rear spring, which is super common, like I've used. But anyway, yeah, it's got that going on. Tons of leaks. There's fluid coming out everywhere. But most importantly, we just need to see if we can get it to run. So I'm going to pop the hood and see if we can get a charger on the battery and give her a shot of starting fluid and see if anything happens. Well, it has a battery, so we're off to a good start. To be honest with you, this is the very first time I'm opening the hood on it since he's dropped it off. Looks like somebody maybe replaced the brake master booster. However, there's like no fluid in it, so that's a little alarming. Yeah, vacuum lines disconnected from stuff. Interesting. EGR block off plates, which whatever, I'm not opposed to all that. We'll start off simple. Is there coolant? Yes, there is coolant. It's not full to the top, but there is coolant. Is there oil? Again, yes. A little dark, but there is oil. That's pretty neat. Power steering fluid? Yes. Also yes. Hey, we're not doing too bad. Is there a nest in the air box? Ooh, K&N air filter. High performance. And no nest. And the filter isn't too terribly dirty. We're not doing too bad. Interesting. I guess I'm gonna go grab that battery charger. So, got our battery charger on it and just wandering around, just taking a peek at some stuff. I mean, it appears that somebody probably swapped an engine in it at some point. It has like a Jasper thing on it. It does have like a body lift on it. Sweet tires. Yeah, interesting. I will say it is a Southern truck, so as far as rust, it's really clean. So it's got that going for it. Look at all the weight stacked on that wheel. Just double stacked up. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look inside. The charger's going. Ooh. Some like 1/4 inch thick ABS or a door panel. Wiring. It's got them racing pedals on it. That's kind of neat. Steering wheel's pretty dry cracked. Ooh, sunroof is severely cracked. Looks like maybe it's plexi or something. Yeah, it's plexi. It's got screws coming through it. So, unfortunately, like a lot of them, the factory glass probably got broken. Couldn't find a replacement, which is a bummer. This is interesting. Got some sort of a cobbled up power situation here. Not sure what that's for, but I'm guessing we're going to want to make sure we turn it on when we try to start it. Some more sweet cobbling here. Got mechanical oil pressure gauge, yeah, temperature gauge, and a voltage gauge. Interesting. Yeah. It's in neutral. Huh. So, Toyota J shifter, it goes over and up and up, but I thought they were supposed to come back and up. That doesn't seem to be happening. So, is it just because the suspension's been rolled somewhat? I don't know. Hard telling. Let's see if we get any activity. So that's on. Oh, was this truck not a manual? I don't see a clutch cancel switch. I don't believe this truck was originally a manual transmission. That's interesting. So I got nothing from the ignition switch. Oh, so this is a driver's window. That one does nothing. Oh, this is the passenger window, or it's attempting to be. Wonder if that was the rear window. Very interesting. Was an automatic truck. Overdrive button. So originally this would have been an automatic transmission. And the instrument cluster, you can tell because it has the ECT for electronic controlled transmission, normal and power modes. So, yeah, things you learn. The little map lights light up. Interesting. So what's this? Is that another potential power? I hear some clicky noises. I'm guessing I don't have adequate voltage yet to do anything. The window motors even don't, nothing sounds like it has a real heavy, high power. So we're gonna let this sit on the charger for a little while. We'll come back out and play with it in a bit. So while that one's on the charger, we're gonna work on another one. My dad's got a 94 extended cab pickup truck that I picked up for him from a shop where it had been abandoned. The 3-liter engine was blown up. There's a connecting rod sticking out of the side of the block. And so we had good intentions of doing an engine swap on it. Well, as easy as a 3-4 engine swap probably is, it still is a lot of work, right? It's not, it bolts in, but there's still a bunch of wiring and other stuff that goes along with that. So my buddy John was looking for a 3.4 engine, and we had already sourced one. I had one sitting in the garage waiting to go into that truck. So we were like, well, how about we just trade you this 3.4 for this complete second gen 4Runner with 130,000 miles on it with a good running 3-liter in it, with a rotted out frame. Then there's other parts here potentially we could use, and so we're gonna see. But I'm hoping that this good running 3-liter is a good swap. It's full of coolant. That's a good start. Where's the dipstick on these? Call me a fool, but I haven't owned, here it is. I haven't owned a Toyota with a 3-liter in an extremely long time. It's got oil in it. And I've owned one. I owned one like 91, 92 extended cab pickup a very long time ago. So anyway, we're gonna see if, yeah, okay. I kind of figured that'd be the case, but the battery cable was disconnected. I thought maybe it was just disconnected and not actually dead, but it's dead. So I'm gonna put some jumper cables on this one, see if we can make this one run, and make sure that we give it every fighting chance we can before we swap it into Dad's extended cab pickup. Too funny. As soon as I hook jumper cables to it, the wipers are moving. Yuck. Ouch. That's a terrible sound. Oh, because there's not even a wiper blade on this one. The heater fan's on high. Okay. Well, at least we found out what controls that. No way. That's pretty promising. Like, I haven't even really done anything yet and it's already rolling over, so that's awesome. We'll give it a few more minutes, get a little more voltage in it. I'm gonna grab a little starting fluid. We're gonna give it a squirt, just see if it pops off or not. Because it may just be out of gas. The gas tank may have ripped out from under it. I don't know. This thing is rotten underneath though, I can tell you that. Well, starting fluid. Guess we'll see what happens. Oh, I lied. It's 150. Oh yeah. Perfect. Oil pressure popped right up. Seems to run. I'm guessing it's about out of gas. The gas gauge didn't come off of E, but had enough in it to fire up. That gives me the confidence to go ahead and get it pulled out so we can get it swapped into the old man's Little extended cab. All right, well, one down, one to go. Let's see if we have any luck up here. So the beauty of having a body lift on a Toyota is now you can see the starter. And what I see on the starter is some sort of a wire jankily butt connected and running over top of the transmission to the inside of the truck. It looks like it's coming out underneath the center console. So it appears to be right here somewhere, like this wire here, which is then again jankily butt connected. No, not that one. To this one. What do they have going on here? Oh boy. No. We may have to do some wire chasing to see. Oh, hey, look what I found. Oh, we got to turn all these other powers back on probably. Well, it's not that. But maybe it is. I don't know. The hunt continues. So now we've got some of the posts cut. Dave's got a bunch of other lumber here we're gonna load off and utilize for the floor joists and all the flooring decking. So yeah, sweet.
Yeah, sometimes some of these boards were like 22 inches wide when I was cutting them. So you get a little wave in it.
Yeah. Perfect. And boom. Sitting right next to where it's going to go. Yes. Some cabinets, some wood, waiting on the giant beam. My friend has the big laminated beam we need to go across from one side to the other. And then electrical. So I'm gonna do an electrical thing, and then once that's done, then we can start working on this wood part. So just over at Chris's, and he's wanting to get the cab off of this parts chassis because the chassis is no good, but he might still be using parts off of this cab. So he's got his cherry picker with the 2x welded all up onto it, and we got it going through the window, and we got a chain through that floor box. We're gonna see if we can lift the cab up off of the frame with his little Nissan and maybe park it somewhere out of the way. Just came to Menards, needed a couple things working on the new barn, and drove the wife's Camry. You know, walking out to put stuff in your car, and dudes are looking at like, what's wrong with that guy? Like, He ain't even got a pickup truck. But worth it. Trips to Menards, got the remainder of the stuff, get all the electrical hooked up. And yeah, I think we're ready. We'll call for an inspection on Monday. And hopefully that'll be good. And then I think then we can do stuff in here. So anyway, got the lights on the front, match the lights on the front of the house, and pretty excited. Super excited, not gonna lie. This is amazing. It's a long time coming.